What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it, man. This is part 2 of Pearl Thusi on popcorn and cheese, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Podcast. I'm excited to get in this, man. We in the podcast lane, man. And you guys are loving it, man. We got the chillers up on deck, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. I have nothing else to say. I'm ready to get into it. This is part 2, man. A lot of you guys been asking for it. I'm sorry for the wait. Patience is the key in life. Patience is the key to win. As simple as that. Thank you guys for being patient. Just had a few hiccups, but now we getting it done. Simple as that. Our girl Pearl Thusi, the motherfucking GOAT, the queen of the motherland, all the way from the motherland to America, part 2. Let's go and let's get it.
It's hard.
Got my popcorn
it's
too.
Always a rewarding experience.
Can I ask? So you got yeah. So I just want to wrap motherhood. Hold that question. Hold that thought.
Okay.
He's ADHD, dog.
I know. Please remember. Write it down on your hand.
Remember one word.
For real,
Oh, yeah, and one.
let's go. Let's get it.
So you became a mom again,
Yeah.
and you weren't expecting to be a mom again.
No, definitely not.
How has motherhood second time around been? And how did that occur?
You know, my biggest... I don't want to say regret, but like my biggest challenge in terms of raising Ogusha specifically is, and I guess for this period, like both of them, but if we're talking about Ogusha specifically now, then let's go there. I really wish I was under less pressure to be doing everything on my own, because it's really affected how I have been able to kind of connect with her, because I'm too worried about how I'm paying her school fees. I'm too worried about all these other things. I'm so worried about, I'm doing a man and a woman's job, and I can't be really either. I have, like, it's crazy. So it in the beginning, I feel like it was really difficult to really connect with her. So like, I really feel, even for a lot of people who have adopted.
Hey, I got people right there, man. Is that how a lot of moms feel? That single mom, man, is tough out here. Do y'all feel like her? Put it in the comments, man. Simple as that, y'all. Let's go and let's get it.
So it in the beginning, I feel like it was really difficult to really connect with her. So like, I really feel, even for a lot of people who have adopted or taken in or whatever other people's children, like, there needs to be some sort of, maybe it's something I should do, but there needs to be some sort of education that must be created around adoption, you know, because you only hear about it when you
find stuff while you were you able to find stuff to read up on.
Yeah, I read up on, because it's like, and also this is a terrible example, and I'm aware of that, but you know, like when they talk about, like, when you adopt, like, even like a puppy or whatever, you know what I mean? Some people want to get a puppy because they're worried about the issues, like an older, maybe like animal that you might bring in. In a similar way, but obviously this is a human, so it's a lot more complex.
Yes.
It's you know, you realize that this person is like a totally separate organism in the family. Right. You know what I mean? And in some sort of way, like, the family has to make sure the antibodies accept this new thing, because adjust to this new situation, which Tando struggled with. Ogusha is an incredible kid. Like, she didn't really struggle to find ways to love us, but she has her own struggles, things that she's brought from where she was living before. Like,
and that's exactly what I was about to ask. Did she adopt any kids, y'all? That's what I was about to ask. So my question is, do Pearl Thusi got any kids of her own? Is they all through adoption? Y'all let me know in the comments. Simple as that. But let's pick back up from it.
I'm obviously not going to mention, but it's been really, really difficult to adjust to that. Like, I just thought, in the situation that created me becoming a mother again, I was the best person. I was in the best position to offer support, right? But I didn't really feel like I was in the position to do it. So I just couldn't think that, okay, because if I say no, like, no one else is going to do it. You know, no one else can do it either. I thought, Tando's grown. She's about to move into the other bedroom. Her bedroom is now available, and everything is there that Tando was using, when she was younger. The school is down the street. Things are popping. I can pay. And I have a nanny. Like, structurally, like, I can accommodate this, right? And I can be a part of it. And I thought, it's going to be a commitment. I have to read bedtime stories, But that's the thing about motherhood. You forget so much. No wonder you keep doing it again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I had to...
That ain't just motherhood. It's parenthood, though, what she talking about. But let's get it.
kind of now not just use my own experiences when I'm raising Tando of like my past, but now with Ogushi I have to try and remember like when Tando was this age, was she also doing this thing that irritates me so much? Do you know what I mean?
And you have to adapt to whatever new ways there are now.
It's so crazy. But Ogushe is an absolute blessing in our family. She's also made a lot of things easier. Like she's so sweet and loving, and she's really working hard to like improve herself, because I'm sure for her it's like she also feels different. Her environment changed so much so quickly, you know. So now I really am glad that I'm getting the right
Because she's living with the Queen of Africa. Yeah, her environment changed so quickly. She went from whatever lifestyle she was living to that lifestyle. Simple as that. Imagine being adopted by Pearl Thusi, y'all. For real, y'all. Let's go, let's get it.
About what I've gotten myself into, and if people spoke about it more, I think a lot of mothers are probably feeling guilty, like in private out there, not talking about the fact that they're really struggling for something that they wanted maybe so bad. But it's really, really difficult, and it's motherhood. Nothing is really easy about motherhood. It's just rewarding.
No, man, like, Pearl, I know people probably don't say this to you, but on behalf of her, thank you. Thank you for stepping up and being that person. And
Hey, foster parents is truly dope. I have to say, my parents are foster parents. I've had probably 5, 6, 7 different sisters. I had over 10 different brothers and sisters. So I just want to say, like, anybody that take on that role of other people's responsibility is really special in life. So let's go and let's get it, man. Really a blessing for you.
Oh, to you, you know, you're doing everything behind the scenes to make sure she has a better life. She's doing great.
That's dope.
And she's in the best possible situation she could have ever landed up in.
Oh,
and
God.
that's because
She
of
pulled
you,
the best
right?
card.
We all have our internal struggles and battles. We all trying to fight to make sure our kids have the best possible future and everything. Bro, you stepped up. You're doing it second time around at the height of your superstardom, while trying to fight weight loss and looking pretty and maintaining.
Weight loss. Stop playing. She cold. Stop playing with the queen.
Who you are. It's not easy, bro.
Yeah.
I used to see your workout routines when you were doing that Thailand stuff. You were working.
Yeah.
But to balance to balance all of that, travel the world, do what you do, and step up and do that, man. Like, on behalf of her, thank you so much, bro. Thank you for being that person.
Yeah, I know.
This is popcorn and cheesy, but I love it.
Zizi, you had the one word.
Yeah, of course.
Otherwise, I'm gonna go into level 3 of motherhood.
Excuse
Being a dog mom.
Oh yeah, no, how on I guess maybe let's put it on a scale of 1 to 10. How hard?
62 kilograms.
How hard are you on yourself on a scale of like 1 to 10?
I think 24.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff that you're saying, it's always like you're accepting all this accountability.
Yeah.
But and also another thing that I noticed, you don't brag even a little bit of, like, you were on Quantico, you can say that, but you're like, it was on Quantico.
No, because over the years, people have made Pearl feel bad about saying regular stuff. Like, oh, when I was in what? Why must you say when I was in New York?
Yeah, but
I was there.
And Pearl is such a mover that some of the stuff she done then are like whatever, because you're doing more things now.
But when you're hard on yourself, you always need new things to.
We not gonna act like, if y'all checked out part 1, we not gonna act like he wasn't over there Netflix and chilling with Pearl Thusi. You see how they looked at each other? Let's go, let's get it.
Move on to, because you know that other stuff is going to be, like, I wanted to say the bad word, like put on, you know. Because you know, as soon as you work hard and you're hard on yourself, as soon as you work, you know that someone's gonna judge this thing, and as soon as they say something bad about this thing, I'm not gonna want it anymore. I'm gonna want something else. So, I like it. That's how it feels. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I could not be wrong. But I feel like you're very, very hard on yourself. And sometimes I just feel like you must just be kind to yourself and give yourself the credit. You are Pearl Thusi. Like, you are. You know?
Yo, thank you.
Yeah.
It sometimes paralyzes me, like where I can't get out of bed for like 3 days straight, unless I need to like eat or go to the bathroom.
Dang.
But
Hard work.
like, it can be paralyzing. It's quite intense, actually. I hope I don't like serve a tear moment, but there's something about just the pressure, like I'm definitely old. The economy, everything that's happening around us, like it's so much, and there's so much information. Tony Robbins was saying,
Let's go.
Well, Tony, can you please ask him to come here and explain these things?
We have to get Tony on the next episode.
actually, like, if Tony Robbins sees this, like, thanks, dog, like, please, like
shout out
pull
there.
up on me,
I'm serving no
like,
needs.
I'm
I
done.
love it, like, cause you like the people you hang around with, man. Simple as that, man. And she's getting mentored by Tony Robinson, and she just keep referring back to him, man. I love it, man. I love that shit on this motivational shit, y'all. Let's go, let's get it.
Dog, like, I'm down to spread this message. But he was saying,
I like this because I smell a book coming from you. So that's-
woo, hectic. But he said that we are, as a race, and especially for young people, they don't know any different as well, right? But they're literally drowning in information and like starving in terms of wisdom, right? Like,
Hey, Tony Robertson. I had a man.
Robbins, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Don't Damanaki spice, nigga.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, it's like literally starving of wisdom. So that's why I'm trying to.
Starving of wisdom and knowledge, man. Our era is lost, man, and it's just crazy because knowledge is the new wealth, knowledge is the new key, man, and that's how they gonna split us up and divide us, man. The ones that's not gonna know nothing, distracted by all these distractions, and the ones that know wisdom and knowledge, man. Let's get it, man. I love what she talking about.
My daughter right now against her will, and I was comparing like how I'm treating her life now in terms of devices. Maybe I should tell the whole world this, but in terms of devices, like I'm getting myself educated on how to firewall. You know, like when your father put up a wall, make sure you stay inside.
Stop nonsense.
I'm doing that. I'm learning how to do that in a digital world.
yes,
You know
and
what
it's
I mean?
important.
Because my dad, like, I once nearly ran away from home because my dad literally, like, I thought he was going to kill me because we were playing on his grass. But that story of the grass, I think, was just a scam because he didn't want me playing with these little niggas and he didn't want these little niggas playing in the yard either. Like, he just didn't want anyone anywhere near his children. Like that.
Hey, the switch up though, the switch up in her lingo. I didn't expect it from her. I didn't expect it. These little
But
niggas-
that story of the grass, I think, was just a scam because he didn't want me playing with these little niggas and he didn't want these little niggas playing in the yard either. Like, he just didn't want anyone anywhere near his children. Like, that was his thing. And at the time, I just thought this guy, like, I'm going to struggle talking to people a lot. I'm going to struggle. I'm going to struggle
Y'all
with
see
so
that?
much. But, like, honestly, my dad, like, saved me against my own will. Like, saved me against my own will. And sometimes for your children, you've got to do that. And it's so hard because these kids have so much information, like, about how, like, it's affecting their, like, mental, la, la, la. It's like, I get that, but as your parent, like, I need to protect you. And I've been now recently, like, in situations where I've realized how important that is really. And so just to
And
parents...
this is some free one-on-one game from the motherfucking queen from the motherland, man. We have to protect our motherfucking kids, man. Simple as that. VA ain't at that age, but he's at the age where he's soaking up everything. So it's all about what I show. But for all my young parents, man, for my parents, man, you got to protect the kids from this bullshit, man. And this how I feel, man. Like my little brothers, they're brainwashed with this weak, like this stuff, with the BS. We got to protect them, man. It's on us. That's our responsibility. We bring them into this world, so we have to protect them. Well, let's go and let's get it.
Out there are apps that you can literally like control
monitor.
what's happening and monitor. Not
Yes.
just monitor, you can also literally like be the gatekeeper of what can happen in this iPad, computer, laptop, whatever.
Yes.
Like, so that's possible, and I really think parents should go out there and get educated about that.
So I do that with
I gotta pivot, but these little mother smart, man. I do that with my little brother. They still got around it, man. So I think it's all about like discipline and respect for real. And getting educated, you can do that, but they smart, man. They smart.
with Imani, where I monitor how much time she spends on particular apps, and then her devices will send me a message to go, it's been 2 hours, can she carry on doing this, or it's been an hour or whatever. But most importantly, I've had to set up that firewall that you speak about because I've noticed what the digital world does to me.
Right.
Right?
Then I thought I
Yeah.
can't punish this kid, and then here I am.
Right?
Do you know what I mean? Like, no.
So we have to put up like parameters, like she's not allowed her devices during the week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Free
mean?
game, free game.
She has to read during the week.
Yeah.
We have to do times tables every day.
Yeah.
She has to do her
That's
homework.
powerful.
And then on Friday she gets her iPad and her phone back and
If you don't know what to do, y'all go. Free game for young parents. Free game.
parameters like she's not allowed her devices during the week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She has to read during the week.
Yeah.
We have to do times tables every day.
Yeah.
She has to do her
That's
homework.
powerful.
And then on Friday, she gets her iPad and her phone back.
Yeah.
And
Very
She gets out of jail.
yeah, she gets out of jail on Friday, right? But she works towards it, right? And the one thing that I've also started adapting, which is really great, is I reward good behavior. Like, because I'm also trying to get my kid ready for like a working
Real
economy.
life achievements.
Yeah, so I pay for every book she reads. I pay $300. You know what I mean? So if you,
How do you know she really read the book?
because I do a review. And so like she's done all the Roald Dolls, and I've read all those books, so I'll know if she's tutorizing me. You know, you know what I mean? But you reward those things, right? You know, if she does her times tables and she gets a particular score after that, I buy her Roblox for Roblox, Robux for Roblox on the weekend. You know, so it's certain things you have to sort of enforce. Otherwise, we the type of parents.
But what does a parent who can't afford to do that type of thing do?
Hi, they beat their children.
Oh, what's it? That's not what you say. Oh, Titi.
Hold on.
Answer the question. I assume.
Yes.
Hey, it be like that. Sometimes they need that, for real.
Eat
My little
boxes,
brothers
take
need
money
that
and
right
all
now.
that stuff. So just like a packet of sweet and milk,
But
like
reward, yes. We need to.
Some children just want affection.
Yes,
as well,
that's
and
what I'm saying.
time.
That,
Any type of reward, right? Any type of reward, Titi, it can be we're in a position to do monetary reward.
Yeah.
But also acknowledging your kids' achievements, right? I've been championing because I saw Imani go from really low marks to really starting to pick up and getting good marks because she's applying herself and whatnot. Just those words of encouragement.
Yes.
Celebrating. Like when she brings back a test that has 74 on it. Bruh, I'll roll on the floor, I'll jump, I'll tell random people while we're driving back home, I'll open the window and say, hey, listen, hey, sorry, man. My daughter got 74 for her test.
Yeah, bro.
This fly is
You know?
punishing me. I'm
But-
sorry.
Oh, sorry. No,
And you know it came with you. It's the first time we ever fly on the show. And it's coming to you, pal. You know, it's never passed here.
You know those people who are always like, I wish I could be a fly in the wall, and on the wall.
There they are.
Uthe actually ngizobathi steba all together lo lesathane. Yo, telifatuka ke ngikhona.
okay. Yo, you
Ah, there was a fly even when I did my G-Hag.
It's the same fly.
Who's this fly?
I think this is the podcast network spy
I
camera.
just love, man, on God. Just she like, hey, this fly killing me. Y'all gotta do something. That nigga said came with you. Like, I like how open he is. Like, he not scared to, like, make jokes. Like, I love this shit, y'all. Let's get it. Y'all see me smashing this popcorn chilling.
Oh my goodness. Hey. Do we have a to-do?
No, okay, that was terrible.
I can already hear the
That was a
ow.
bit- Let's have I have to kill this fly. I can't.
That's how real pearl is, guys. Ask for a fatuk. Meet said. Dango.
Booyah. Glindi.
So when you kill flies with a fatuk.
No, I have that tennis-looking thing that has
Zulu
electricity.
and yellow.
So yeah, you just remember the yellow.
But you know,
Remember the
you know
Zulu part.
on the rewards thing, you know, my grandfather was one of the strictest human being ever. Close to saying he was a bad person, but we loved him. But if it's your bad person, it's yours. Bro, it's your bad person. What are you gonna say? He feeds you, it's yours. This man, bro, used to. You know, when you walk into the house and you see somebody hiding on the corner, and you just walk out and carry on doing whatever you do, like that. But this guy, anything that he could celebrate about you, he'll celebrate. And he'll celebrate in front of other people. One day I said one English word. He told everybody, this is the smartest kid here. This man said hello. You understand?
And how did that make you feel?
Bro, I felt like I'm not going to end up in Limpopo.
Change your life.
And look where
In
you are
my head,
today.
I was like, this situation, I'm not saying that Limpopo, at the situation, I was like, this is not my situation. I have bigger dreams to go somewhere. And that's what they are.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do for our kids, right?
Yeah.
We need to, as parents who grew up, like you say, we all have this
So
story.
you were speaking from experience. Ali, they beat them because he knows.
Because like, I have the same boundaries. Like, Pearl, have you ever seen somebody without boundaries just live their timeline? It's terrible to watch. You know, you like.
That's why you can go back and say, my father saved me.
Yeah.
Because you'll see people you grew up with who had more things than you.
Yeah.
Someone who had a car fresh out of
People who
school.
are smarter than me. I'm just like, you were smart.
Yes.
What happened, dog?
Like you were so smart.
The what happened, dog, on God, man. Be like, you was smart, you was beautiful, you was athletic, you should have been this. What happened, dog? What happened to him, man? That shit always happen, man, in life. That's called life, man. Life happen. Simple as that, man. Just make sure life don't happen to you, but life will happen to you. Just make sure it's beautiful things and it's purposely driven. It's God's purpose, y'all. My bad, but I'm about to shut up. Get back to eating this popcorn and chilling.
You
No
must
boundaries.
EMS, but the economy is hitting you. How?
Hey, Hell, talking about
That's a
economy.
good one.
Because, we're running out of time. I want to talk to you about the landscape of entertainment in this country. Because you've had the privilege of going to do some really amazing stuff overseas. You've managed to work with the best of the best. You managed. Why are we lagging to a certain extent in our country in terms of production quality? And I'll tell you why I say that, right? There are two shows that I watched that made me realize, man, we can here. Queen Sono. When you can see the money has been put in front of the camera. I saw Queen Sono and I was like, so when we get real budgets, we can actually make dope stuff, right? And then the second time I saw it again, well, I've seen it a couple of times, but the second time where it hit me with Queen Sono was Shaka, right? Because I'm like, okay, so we can produce this level of work. So my question really is like, what's lacking for us to get there? And why aren't we getting there? Because we've got the talent. From crew to on screen.
For the same reason, we're also seeing so many.
Let me pivot in there. Before she say this is what I want to say. What I want to say about it, I want to say, if y'all watch the Steve Harvey episode, Steve said it's more so, I think y'all just lacking opportunity. Steve said the Africa setup is better. The Family Feud Africa setup is better than the one he walked on every day in America, y'all. So I think y'all just drop an opportunity, and the biggest thing, exposure. So let's go and let's get it. But that's what I'm here for, to expose.
Same reason, we're also seeing so many incredible things happen. I guess now with social media, it's even easier. But for the same, like in a country like ours, where corruption is just rife, or in any third world country, right? Or, and in between. But there's so much opportunity because there is so little regulation.
Yeah.
And we're still figuring out what our rules are going to be in so many different aspects of running this country or in an industry. For the same reason. So our strength, in my opinion, is also our weakness. The fact that there's something called SAG-AFTRA in the States. The unions came together, and I'm part of that union there, and I'm also part of SAG here in South Africa. We don't empower the unions, so they cannot empower us. So if we don't empower regulating this industry in terms of pay, in terms of treatment, in terms of everything that happens in it, royalties, all those things, but there's always someone hungrier than you who needs to feed their child or whatever. And that's why, like, for me, even when I saw like even when the Fergusons went back to Generations, it's like, for me, it took the whole fight back 10 steps. They had every right to. They did nothing wrong. It was legal. For her, maybe it's a show that she was a part of when it started, and whatever the reasons were. I mean, the greatest of respect and adoration for her and everything she's gone through and also achieved, in terms of the show she's made. But I think for me, they saw a system that exists that is going to empower them if they just cross over into a different collection, if they carry a different collection basket for the money and decide who gets paid how, right? And it's one of the reasons also a lot of the streamers have come here and have the quality of how they work has reduced so much because, they figured out, these people, this is actually, they willing to cope with just this, and these shows are doing.
It started so well. All our productions were so.
I don't want to lie.
From the streamers, and then it went.
I love how we're saying the streamers, but I love how, for me, it's just so saddening. But until you see how apartheid forced us. And I mean, there were always those few who, did what they needed to do. Maybe they also needed to protect their families, whatever. Until we all as artists, at least the artists who can say, okay, I can survive working there, maybe in that specific place, not maybe just working. Because the thing is, in the States, like I haven't actually worked in the States for a while, even though I was there last year, because there was a strike the entire year.
Yeah.
And no one, if you're part of the union, no one is going to work. Like no one. If the writers are striking, the actors are putting their tools down. The
whole
it's
thing.
the whole industry
bruh.
shuts down.
All our shows we were waiting for, they weren't there, bruh. Top
They
shows.
said
You're
they
like,
went
what?
there,
I
bro.
always go to DJ, where's this show? He's like, no, there's a strike, bruh. And then you're like, even these guys. But they all know, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's a collective and they're all standing together.
Yeah, because
don't have
until we have that, at least the artists who are of like proper value, like let's say, I'm not mention names, but if we all chose like one broadcasting company and we said nobody's working there, regardless of, but we would need to sign up to the union, be empowered by the union. People will start receiving information about how the industry, because things are changing and improving for us. We don't even know, because we're not educating ourselves and we're not finding places to get the right information of how is the industry changing, how maybe the royal
Facts, free game, y'all. Listen.
changing and improving for us. We don't even know, because we're not educating ourselves and we're not finding places to get the right information
It's
of
not
how
just for her,
is
it's
the
for
industry
everybody.
changing, how maybe the royalty thing has changed, but because we don't know, we're not fighting for it, we're not getting the right information. So for me, that is one of the major reasons our industry is not improving, because which is probably why I also hardly work here in South Africa as well, because people know that I know too much to a certain extent.
And you're vocal.
And I'm vocal, but at the same time, like I really believe in local productions. Like I sacrificed not just for my children, but I saw what was possible, and then I came back to this industry thinking, when you've achieved something, people are going to take you seriously when you say something. And I was like, guys, this is what's happening, this is what's possible, this is what we can do. But everybody's just worried about today. Like we're not like the Chinese. Like we're not worried about the future. We're not worried about what we can change. So what apartheid did was we were all in the same boat. So we all had to sink this boat so we could swim to where we actually want to be, or whatever the analogy works, right? But now everyone is like, Paul's doing well now. He's not even on camera. But
Guys, it's an example.
Which one hurts more? It's not that it's the truth. Then she said he.
Are you a she?
So his name is Titi.
Which one is this one?
But how does that
No,
happen?
you didn't get the she.
No, I
LG. No, you know what?
That's why I was like, oh, is it a she? I'm happy to correct
I
myself.
know I got it, but I'm
No.
It's
It's-
his name instead
It's
of
he, him, the man himself.
See, okay,
The ghost man.
Those are your
my
pronouns.
bad.
Yeah.
Utsitsi lapha yena akekho nasekamereni. But if you are willing to fight for his rights and vice versa, so if you're willing to actually suffer for him to make, so that, because the thing is, if you understand?
Yes.
So everyone is going to be in that same position. Everyone's going to have a winter, a summer, a spring, and an autumn in their life. Ne? When you are in your summer and spring, or even your fall, like autumn,
International.
stop it. You definitely, it's gonna be hard for you to be like, this bag, because so when I was tell them royalties, what generations, what 20 years back, like, oh my god, boring. So until we decide to be, for not just unionized, but unified in how we want in where we want this industry to go as artists of all kinds, even a cameraman is an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone who's creating a part of this is an artist. So until we decide actually we're going to stand together, there is absolutely nothing that is going to change. Nothing. Inflation is crazy right now. How do you think people who are working at soapies and things like that are getting paid that much more, that much better? They'll get a new person who's going to take the salary the experienced artist was taking 20 years ago, 10 years ago, now, because they can. There's no standard. And so we have to all work on our own standards, and that is sometimes what can also break you as an artist, is when you decide you have a standard and no one is willing to meet it because
it's just you. Instead
Because
of
it's just
everybody's
you.
standards
yeah.
being met.
Yo.
But
Yeah, it sound like the industry effed up, y'all. I ain't gonna cap, man. It sound like it's effed up. But like I said, it sound like guys need, like she said, create a standard, get more exposure. As simple as that, y'all. But let's go, let's get it.
you know,
That made me sad.
Hey, dog. But it's powerful because we need to hear these conversations so that we make a decision and we act.
But you know what I don't like about like people that are celebrities, you know, not you, pal, you know. I love everything about you. It's people who pretend like they're not on their first timeline on this earth, you know. Like you're busy throwing around advice, like you're not also living your first life. Yeah, if you want to do better in life, you must do this. It doesn't work for you. You know, like I grew up in a different situation too. I can take certain aspects of your life and implement it into mine. But there's so many failed people who tried exactly the same as another person. They don't get to tell their story. And that's the saddest part about this, because we're going from apartheid to corrupted now.
Talking about that,
Hectic.
and this is what I love about you particularly is how vocal you are, right? Because I've seen you
She's very vocal.
attack people that not.
Some people have to call me to be like, yeah, nose off.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? You have been vocal in attacking people that some of us wouldn't even dream of approaching or challenging, right? And we're stepping into an era now where we have to make a decision. It's voting season again, right? I want to know, how sabi nipel utembe? What makes you go?
Ngithemba uNkulunkulu, yazi.
Amen.
Ngithemba uNkulunkulu, guys.
Very powerful.
Like ngithemba uNkulunkulu, and like it is scary. Like sometimes I'd be like, this is what I want to say, then I'm like, yo.
But
Then I'm
this
like,
is my
hey,
mom.
fuck, man,
Yeah.
straight, you know. And what is the point of having this huge, like, our phones now have become
But the
those
reason-
megaphones in the past.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
If you don't use your voice, then what the hell?
It's so true. Our phones is the megaphones back in that is crazy. That's crazy.
Of having this huge, like, our phones now have become
But the
those
reason-
megaphones in the past.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
If you don't use your voice, then what the hell have you been given it for?
But Pearl, others of us who are looking at you are going, how, Pearl, aren't you afraid of your life? Number one. Then there's entertainers going, how, Pearl, aren't you worried about opportunities and being denied? Aren't you worried about bags being taken away from
But
you?
it's her saying
Because
she's
those
thank
people
God.
also are shareholders in all these companies.
Dave Chappelle put it so beautifully.
Here we go.
Dave Chappelle's a comedian, guys.
No.
Okay.
We're not Tony.
That's why they're like,
Okay, so Dave Chappelle put it beautifully, and I know not everyone is a fan of Dave Chappelle, and I can respect that.
Everybody here is a fan, otherwise they wouldn't work here.
Hectic.
Facts.
If there were sneaker deals during the uprisings and the revolutions, right? In
During
America.
MLK,
But
yeah.
anyway, imagine, okay, if there was a sneaker deal for Nelson Mandela, there would have never been a long walk to freedom.
You'd still be working.
Because he would have been too scared to lose his sneaker deal instead of fight for the right thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So your sneaker deals are actually like balls and chains. Like it's the new cuffing of people these days. So it's like, it's.
But certain sneakers.
By the way, I didn't pay for these shoes either. But shine bright like a diamond. So yeah, and
I like her personality, y'all, a
No,
lot.
sneaker deals.
but it was a sneaker deal thing. But for me, it's like if we're not willing to, there's no fight worth fighting if no one has to sacrifice for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
every fight.
So it like there needs to be sacrifice in order. Like that's why in wars people die. There has to be some sort of sacrifice for us to get to what point, to the point. That's why Zulu said, "Hey, let's let them go." I'm making a very silly joke, but the situation is just that we really just have to decide to be unified, and we can figure things out and change things.
Are you and Tando speaking about voting and who you want to vote for?
Oh, is she old enough to
She's
vote?
old enough to vote now.
No, she's
Not-
just turned 16.
Yeah, but that's the legal age.
18 is when you start voting.
No, 16 you can register.
Pops.
16 is learners.
Yes.
We'll cut this part out, don't
17, you
worry.
can actually get
Pops,
your
we'll
learners.
cut this part out, don't worry.
Yeah,
Say it.
please let's cut this part out. 3rd to 4th February. All 8.
16, you can get your learner. So it's like, that's your learning permit. Y'all let me know. Because we can't vote till we 18 over here. But y'all let me know What do you mean by get your learners? We can get our learning permit. Well, I got mine at 15 half. I don't know what the new rule is now. But y'all let me know.
Yes.
We'll cut this part out, don't
17, you
worry.
can actually get
We'll
your
cut
learners.
this part out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Say-
please let's cut this part out. 3rd to 4th February. All 18-year-olds, please register to vote.
Do the right thing.
Must be 18.
So I haven't had a conversation with Tanda about voting, actually.
Okay, no, makes sense. But okay, conversation with you, right?
But I don't need to. She's already
in tune and
like,
what yeah.
she likes to get information, and she likes to come and like beat her chest with me. She like comes and challenges me with information, and I like to encourage that. Yeah.
Were you like that as a kid?
Yeah, but like not like that. Like I was actually saying to her the other day, I was like, yo, if my dad saw you speaking to me like this, I don't know actually what my dad would say. Like, actually.
Would he be more disappointed in her or you?
Definitely, he'd blame me. He loved her so
He
much.
just look at you like this.
Like, like, yeah, what was it? Yeah,
How are you basing your vote this year? I'm not saying who you're voting for.
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna have to. Let me be honest. I'm gonna have to do my research on who's saying what. But I was listening to Ukosi FM this morning,
Hey.
and they were talking about politics, and the lady was like, "We have to ask this in Zulu, obviously, but we have to ask these people. Okay, we hear your promises. How are you planning to achieve this thing actually? So instead of the promises that our political parties make, I actually think there should be some sort of like a business plan type thing. Like, what is actually your plan?
This is what I said the other day.
Because I can go now and say, hey guys, I'm going to make sure everybody has a job. I'm going to do this and this and this. I'm going to make sure in entertainment this will change.
It'll be a whole bunch of cap. They be going up there around voting time, going up there doing a whole bunch of cap. And like they said, there need to be a set schedule with dates. This is my plan. When I get in office, I'm going to be doing this and get it in motion. Simple as that. But whole bunch of cap over in the motherland and over in America too.
And I can even say how, but not actually give you a proper plan and say this is how we plan to do this with the budgets that are available. This is what we plan to commit to, whatever. So I'm going to have to do my research. But for me, like, I am thinking, since I can't figure out who to vote for, in terms, like, I honestly can't. Like, everyone is just, it's just a poop show.
It's a bunch of-
But it's
Shit show.
losers, a bunch of losers. Losing money, but like just losing. So,
Losing an argument.
so I
percentage.
believe in diversifying Parliament. It's also more fun to watch. Parliament TV is fun. Eh? Have you watched
It is,
Parliament TV? Yeah, so it's nice when there's lots of different people because then you hear all the different conversations. Kids parties,
Yeah.
No, man, but in all honesty, Pearl, like, thank you for sitting with us and opening up your mind and your heart, right?
True.
Thank you.
I think the reason why we have this podcast, like our whole ethos is we motivate and we love as well.
We
And
motivate
we've done
and we
it.
love.
Oh, really?
Hey, let's go, let's get it, man. Y'all know I love this now, man. I love it more because you know your boy love to motivate. 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 Let's go, let's get it on. Let's get this finished up, yo.
Yo, Sinangoma, you're not the only one, brother. Come on.
No, I know this, but
Our ethos is we motivate and we love as well. And we've done a bit
oh,
of it.
really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yo, Sinangoma, you're not the only one, brother. Come on.
No, I know this, but I didn't think it was
Motivate
like.
and we love
like-
as well.
Stay on brand, never hard to sell.
Ching. Got real shirts, number LOL.
So we both got gang and we
Bless
blessed
this
this hand.
hand.
Which one is it for?
Bongas boy.
That's us, bro. So thank you for that. And like,
Both got
there's-
game and we blessed
forget
as
all the
hell.
noise on social media, whatever. Like, we really have, our following is the Cheese Gang, and there's
Cheese
Cheese Gang
Gang.
out there who watch you, who have watched you. Some of them have only jumped onto your work and your accolades. Now, some like us have been with you since the days you presented an award alongside, I can't remember who. There was an old clip of you that surfaced presenting an award.
Hey, y'all, let's go and let's get it, man. We're going to wrap it up right here, man. Simple as that, man. This is part 2. Let's go and let's get it, man. He's just giving her flowers, man. Let's go and let's get it, man. podcast and cheese, y'all. Let's get it, man. Our girl, Pearl Thusi, the queen of the motherland, the goat of the motherland. Simple as that, man. Here you guys go, man. Sorry for the wait, man. Let's get it, man. It wasn't nothing but a lot of motivation, man. A lot of good pointer, a lot of free gems dropped in this. Simple as that, y'all. Let's get it, man. I appreciate you guys for being patient, man. This is part 2, man. If you haven't checked out part 1, make sure you go check it out. Simple as that, y'all. I have nothing to say other than I really did enjoy this, man. I was chilling with y'all, man. Had popcorn up on that, man. We got the queen of the motherland. Let's get it, man. Talking her talk, man. This is what it's all about, man. So, hey, y'all let me know what episode y'all want me to do next. Other than that, I'm going to do the current ones. Simple as that. But I have nothing to say other than if you watch this video with your boy to this point, hit that like button. If you're new, you're not part of the team, not part of the energy, not part of the family, what you doing? Hit that subscribe button just to click the support. If you're part of the team, keep your smile on your face, stay prayed up, keep your faith up, get the comments down below, and all you guys make sure you have a blessed day, a blessed night. I'm up out of here, guys. Have a blessed one.